Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to take a look at the hero on a mission Tapion, the TEQ Tapion that has received his Extreme Z Awakening as a recent addition as a part of this Dokkan Festival celebration and in general. So Tapion is pretty interesting, definitely a little bit more of a niche character, but not in any way bad, just a little bit more niche than usual. He's a tech type lead of 100%, which is great. He raises attack and defense for one turn, causes supreme damage, and lowers the enemy's attack. His passive is a bit of a doozy, but it's important to understand. Basically, attack and defense of 160% at the start of turn, medium chance of critical hit. He has an additional attack and defense of 80% and performs a guaranteed critical hit when there's a movie boss's category enemy. He changes strength key spheres to rainbow key spheres, and he gives movie heroes category allies attack and defense of 40%. Now, he will gain an additional 30% chance of evading the enemy's attacks, and he will give movie heroes category allies key +2 and an additional 20% crit chance with a rainbow key sphere obtained. So if he gets a rainbow key sphere, he has a 30% evasion chance, 20% crit chance, and gives 2 key on top of his 40% attack and defense to movie heroes allies. He then gives an additional chance of evasion plus 10% per rainbow key sphere obtained, which count starts from the second key sphere with 2 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. So basically, to make it super simple, if you get 2 rainbow key spheres, you will have 40% evasion. If you get 3 rainbow key spheres, you will have 50% evasion, and if you get 4 rainbow key spheres, you will have 60% evasion, and if you get 5, you will have a 70% evasion chance max, which is pretty cool. He gets an additional attack and defense of 80% with 3 or more key spheres obtained. So it's important to understand the difference between rainbow and non-rainbow. Now in terms of links, Hero, Courage, Experienced Fighters, Revival, Brainiac, Solid Support, and Fierce Battle. A very, very unique link set, basically only really good with other Tapion and Minotia units. However, not too bad with Trunks and Mai units and some Krillin units because of Brainiacs and Solid Support and Fierce Battle. So priority links, really, if you want to get into it, would technically be Hero and Brainiacs. Like, those give him an additional 40% defense, which, in case you're wondering, is pretty important overall, I think, without a doubt. Then beyond that, you're pretty much good to go. Remember, he is very much designed to work on the movie heroes team, and he is very much designed to be used against movie bosses. That's not to say he can't be used against other bosses. I think he's fine against other bosses if you can get enough rainbow orbs. Overall, he's pretty decent. One of the things that I do really like about him a lot is the way his kit works functionally as a floating / support unit. He can do some decent damage with his crits, he can do some decent supporting with his key buff and his attack and defense buffs, and yeah, in general he can just be pretty solid overall without necessarily throwing off anyone's equilibrium. Creating orbs is always helpful, giving key is always helpful, and giving attack and defense is always helpful, and he can have a decent level of evasion. I think most times you're going to be left with like 50% evasion, more so than anything. In terms of build, I like additional. For me, that's what functions the best. It gives him additional attack and defense raises, gives him ability to benefit from that built-in crits, and just in general leaves him in a pretty strong, pretty good situation overall. Of course, you can build it into evasion if you wish. If you really float that way, I guess, it's entirely up to you. I'm not the biggest fan of going evasion on him. I just don't see it adding a bit of benefit to him. I guess it could double up or add into his built-in evasion, but for me it doesn't make that much of a difference. And crit, although cool, when he's facing a non-movie boss's enemy, he does already have essentially a 50% crit chance with 1 rainbow key sphere, so it just doesn't feel necessary, even against non-movie boss's enemies. Overall, like I said, a good unit, a very interesting unit, a nice mobile kit, a flexi kit. He can either be a great second slot option to accompany tankier units like AGL Tapion or Strength Tapion and Minotia, or he can be an incredibly solid unit as a floater on a movie heroes team, giving your units key, giving your units attack and defense, and generally just facilitating your team to a good capacity. If you can get Brainiacs, that's awesome. but you don't need Brainiacs to make him work. It's just something that's a really nice added touch overall. But yeah, for me, honestly speaking, an incredibly cool unit. I think his kit overall is nice, and I think, yeah, for me, he tends to come out looking pretty good. But that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any queries at all, obviously you can let me know. I think it'll be great. And yeah, that's basically going to be it from me. So let me know what you think about Tapion, Tapion, and let me know if you've been using him in a couple of events. I think Movie Boss's Red Zone definitely will have this guy as a good priority pick on that team. And yeah, I think ultimately at the end of the day, should be pretty cool and pretty good to go for the most part. But that's going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. And yeah, as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.